SMU at Penn State, the most interesting game of the first round of the playoffs. And I'm going to tell you why. Hey everybody, welcome to the Tim Daniel College Football Show. I am he, and I'm going to explain why. Penn State just got done playing Oregon, and they're now playing the mini version of Oregon. My son called SMU the Timo version of Oregon, and I laughed because it's funny. It's true, but just because SMU is the Timu version of Oregon means that they're still dangerous. I love this matchup. I'm going to tell you why there is going to be a matchup problem for Penn State and a matchup problem for SMU. So first off, let's start. I go with my notes like I always do because I am, well, you guys have, if you guys watch me know, I live on film. I am the film guy. Film does not lie. So here we go. I love Lashley, the head coach at SMU. I wish SMU could be able to keep him. Like I say, I'm just waiting for a next year, possibly after this next year, possibly seeing the Mississippi State job open up, possibly the Kentucky job opening up. I thought South Carolina would be opened up and go after Lashley, but what a masterful job he has done at SMU, and this offense, it is just like Oregon. What Penn State just went through, this is the same version, except there's more of them with Oregon. SMU has that same dynamic offense, that same look. They have some of the same guys. So the matchup problem for Penn State against SMU is that Kevin Jennings is not Dylan Gabriel, but he's even better, or he's even more of a weapon because he can win with his feet. That's a danger to Penn State. He can also throw the ball. Not as good as Dylan Gabriel, but he can run. Secondly, you have a running back in Brashard Smith. Okay. I use my draft template. When I was working, doing stuff within the league, I have a template. Explosive acceleration. He's got elite speed. This is Smith, mind you. He's consistently outruns defensive angles, turning routine plays into chunk gains. Now, that is from the NFL Buzz site, and I love that because it's basically him. He's got natural ability, natural hands. So Brashard Smith is going to be a problem for SMU. They are going to score points on Penn State. But here's the issue. And this is a matchup problem for SMU. You've got Abdul Carter, the ace in the hole of this entire game. Abdul Carter against right tackle Savion Byrd and left tackle P.J. Williams. These guys are not Big Ten tackles, and they're going to have a problem with the speed coming off the edge with Abdul Carter, and they could put him anywhere. Sometimes they will. Tom Allen, D coordinator at Penn State, will put Abdul Carter as an inside backer and blitz him. They'll put, he can drop into coverage because he's got that great athletic ability. And I've been talking about him all year. He's on the ends, either side. He can do a lot of damage. He can do a lot of damage against Savion Byrd at the right tackle. And, I tell you what, he can do a lot of damage there. The problem that I have with Savion Byrd, I mean, they're good guys. They're good tackles. But, they're not physically imposing. Looks like they lack some upper body strength. And Savion gets over his chest, gets over his feet a little bit too much. And he loses his balance. And against a speed rusher like this, he does not stand a chance. So the right tackles of P.J. Williams and Savion Byrd at SMU, that is going to be a problem. If you guys are betting people, right here, talk about sacks. And to eliminate the sack, what is Kevin Jennings going to do? He's going to take off running. So this is why this game is super interesting. You've got Kevin Jennings and you've got Rashard Smith, who are two weapons running. However, he's got to get rid of the ball. Kevin Jennings has got to get rid of the ball within under 2 seconds. If not, they're going to sack him. They're going to put a spy on Kevin Jennings, I would imagine, as well. If you can keep him in the pocket and keep him from taking off running, this game's not even close. But I do believe it's going to be a close game. It's going to be in Happy Valley. It is going to be cold. So overall, what I'm really liking about this game, besides the coaching aspect of this, see, Penn State, the reason they cannot get over this hump is that they're just missing pieces. They get those 5 stars. They just don't get enough of them. The reason they can't beat Ohio State is, like I had mentioned before. For example, Ohio State, Oregon, has 2 5-star left tackles. Ohio State has a 5-star and a 3-star. Ohio State has 2 5-star linebackers. Penn State has a 4-star and a 3-star. It's that kind of thing. It's a depth issue, is why Penn State can't get over that hump. And James Franklin is not going to beat Ohio State. He's not going to beat Oregon until he can match the talent level. That's the bottom line. Penn State they're not overly disciplined. I mean, they're more disciplined than Ohio State. They're actually more disciplined to Oregon. They just don't have the athletic creatures that Oregon has to match that speed. They don't have the power to match depth-wise to match Ohio State. But they have it to match SMU. And this is why Penn State will beat SMU and move on to play Boise in the Fiesta Bowl, which is another matchup. And I can't wait to talk about. I love that bracket right there. That SMU, Penn State, Boise bracket. The cookie cutter college football fans, which is most of the podcasts that you'll see, are not going to get up here and talk about what I'm telling you guys right now, is what we're looking at, the mismatch problems and the players that are going to win this game. So who's going to win this game for Penn State? It's going to be the defense of Penn State led by Abdul Carter. If SMU can win this game, it's because they just watched Oregon, because they have some people like Oregon does. They can cause some problems for Penn State. But when I say who are the players that are going to win this game, the defense is going to win this game. But you know who the MVP of this game is going to be? The 110,000 people in Happy Valley. SMU has never seen anything like this. The people at Happy Valley in a whiteout playing in 25 degrees, this is going to be special. Penn State rolls because of the fans. Follow me on Twitter at Timmy D Football. Follow me on Instagram, Tim Daniel Football. And follow me on, YouTube. Ring the bell, subscribe, doing all that great stuff, because no one's bringing you how they're winning and the players and why the players are good and why the players are bad. That's why you guys need to tune in and subscribe and follow me, because I'm going to tell you the correct way to watch these games and what to look for. We'll see you next week. No, you know what? You're going to see me tomorrow, because I have the Ohio State-Tennessee game covered. We'll see you tomorrow.